Yeah, it would have been that age. Or, yeah, probably 9, 10 around there, I guess, yeah.
Man, why were you not allowed to go to the YMCA as a Catholic?
Yeah.
Was it the pedophilia that worried you?
We were told that at school, you know, you're not supposed to go there. And I guess because they thought you were going to try to browbeat you and do virtues and stuff.
Oh, like a different denomination or something.
Well, you know, that's Christian Association, maybe just the,
Right.
there's maybe just the name, but that's, of course, back in those days, everything was pretty strict at a Catholic school, as you can imagine.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Nick, thank you, buddy. 800-785-1073. Yeah, I could not get over it. It was, and they were, I think that people who were like my brothers who were exposed to this, it was so normal that I think looking back now,
These damn millennials want their swim trunks.
they still don't think it's weird. It's like you guys were being checked out. What this was, in my opinion, was a haven for sick individuals. I don't care what you tell me.
Could you imagine if
It was a network of creeps.
if your son came home and was like, "Hey, Dad, I have gym class. We're gonna be doing swimming this year." Okay, cool. Let's get you some swim trunks. No, I don't need it.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean
You
you
know
don't
what?
need
Well, that'd be so strange. It would be, well, it's illegal.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
We had people in our gym class wear T-shirts while swimming. It was man boobs.
Yeah, they're... Yeah. Too much White Castle.
Too much white.
Too much
Yeah.
White Castle. My God. So there was such a thing in my brain that I wrote it down. I said, well, we have to, at some point, in the very first, the opening segment, we need to get into this, and we need to bring it up later on for the later crowd. That's how a reunion of sorts led me to this bizarre revelation by my brothers. Unbelievable.
Now I'm currently trying to find out when they put a stop to
I
this.
think I read mid-70s.
Oh, okay.
Is when they...
So it just missed you.
Yeah, so...
How much you want to bet? I bet this is a prank call.
Now it says here that this person on the line's name is Dick.
Dick?
Is this Dick?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Dick, how are you, buddy?
I grew up with it my whole life. I know all about it.
All right, so, and you're way over in Owasso, it says.
Correct.
All right, buddy, so, you're probably of the age where you had something like this, you had to deal with this, huh?
Yep. Lamb naked. It was in 73, 74.
Okay, I think that's at about the tail end of when this started to get phased out, Dick. Can you, I mean, looking back on that, was it strange in any way?
Well, we didn't like it, I know that, but back then, like they said, you were told the child wanted, you had to do it, you had to take gym class, or you did it. I don't remember sitting on the tile. We stood up when we got checked in for class, we stood along the pool.
Well, so there's a bunch of nude boys in the pool area, and looking back now, this is the weirdest damn thing ever, right?
Well, looking at it now, the way kids are, yeah, they think it's strange. Back
Did
then,
anybody say why you had to be naked? I just don't. No one.
They don't remember ever asking why. Because we were told to do it, that's why.
I mean, there's no good reason for it. I mean, think about that. Someone was looking at your schwanz, Dick.
I will tell you this, you had a high dive, and you were required to jump off that high dive naked.
Oh yeah, they wanted to see. That's what it was. They were doing like super high def back
No,
then.
I have to ask, were there girls in gym class at the time? And
No, boys and girls, and they did have guy gym teachers and girls.
Okay. Did you ever go flying?
The girls had got suits, but I was always told that if the girls got the suits wet, you could see right through them.
Oh, good stuff, right? Nice. Now, Dick, did you ever go off the high dive and do like a flying Roman helmet and just bash somebody right on the bridge of their nose?
No,
Clock weights.
like that.
All right, Dick, we appreciate you listening.
All right.
Thank you, buddy. A little bit different. This is, hold on a second. This is Sarah.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Hello. A little bit different. This is,
Sarah, this is the first time you've call the
Sarah,
radio from?
Sarah, turn your radio up as loud as it'll go.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sorry.
No, it's okay. You're an idiot.
It's early, damn it.
Have you never done this before?
Tell us how you relate to all of this, please.
Well, we had a girl from Finland living with us. In Finland, they have saunas. The girl that lived with us they had 2 saunas in their house. And it's completely normal for the whole family, you know, even with friends and everybody, to go in the sauna naked. They just don't think anything of it. It's normal. That's how they're brought up.
So they just be standing there looking at their father or their brother.
Well, I don't think. She said no. They don't look at each other.
They're
You
in the
know,
same room. They're
you know.
in the sauna with nude dad.
yeah, and with your friends, you know. It's normal. That's what I said. I'm like, okay, well, when I visit, I'm wearing a bathing suit.
Yeah, for sure. So you didn't like institute that in your own family then?
No, we don't have a sauna.
Okay, good.
No naked sauna bathing with a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, well, in Finland, you go there, and he's going to have to strip down you and him and the whole deal. That's going to be bad news. You're going to scar that.
Well, we've already thought, you know, that we always have to cover up here. So, you know, he already thinks that it's, you know, you got to cover up or,
The thing is that it's the stark business of how all these callers have said, yeah, you're swimming nude, and then it was like off like a light switch. That they just stopped doing it. I no one's been able to tell me why. All right,
Yeah.
Sarah, thank you very much, okay?
Yeah, bye.
Well, we have to revisit this and continue the investigation because I think what this was a complex network of pedophiles.
Yes.
In order to see as many nude boys as possible. Because unless someone can give me another explanation as to what's going on here, because my 2 oldest brothers, they seemed very nonchalant and
Right.
they were not bothered by it. And I think,
Were they borderline defensive?
yes.
You think they were touched? Yes.
I'm not out of the question because, you know, what's funny is because you don't think about it that way until someone tells you because I think I've mentioned this
What's
before.
wrong? You're just stretching out my penis. What's wrong with that?
There was a moment when I was at summer camp that I've talked about this on the air where I was molested.
Right.
And at that
Good
time,
times.
I didn't think I was molested, but I was.
Mhm.
A man touched me, and it didn't go any further than that. Well, that's pretty far, but
How much farther were you over there?
well, and I never ever once thought I was molested until I actually had a revelation when I said it in front of people on the radio.
And they were like,
And then
"Oh."
everybody was looking at me like with this disgusted look on their face, and I go, I was molested, wasn't I? And they said, yeah. And I don't know if you think about it that way until someone pulls you back from the
Right.
situation.
Situation.
So I don't know. Very, very strange to me. I found this so bizarre. When we come back, Vanilla Ice lied on the Dan Patrick Show. You remember that clip?
Yes, of course.
Let's dig that clip up again. He lied. We'll explain coming up in just a few short minutes. As always, we're proud to have Meyer on board with the Eric Zane Show. We've got the kid. Oh no, we have to say that the kids are get ready for back to school.
No!
I hate that. $75 off your next shopping trip when you buy an Apple iPad Mini 4 or an iPad Pro 9.7 for $349 or more. Also, $5 off licensed or fashion backpacks, just like the one Floyd Mayweather Jr. has. All at Meyer.
Close to speeds on expressways and other major arteries this morning. Looking pretty good. Volume starting to increase, of course. And new construction will be popping up on